time for another Spinnaker review. But before we get into the new one, let's check what I have on my wrist. I see a lot of my fellow YouTubers do this, to check the wrist. And I actually have another Spinnaker that I reviewed earlier this year. I'll link it here below. But let's not focus on that one. Let's focus on the new one. This is a collaboration with the Dial artist. Hopefully you know about it, and probably you do if you have been following the watch world for the latest years. He is a British guy who is just amazing at painting dials. And you will see that very soon. And I think this is a signum, what is done on the Spinnaker watch. This small, dotted, kind of graffiti looking vibe, as well as a little bit of a spacey feeling, I would say. I've seen his work previously on some watches from IFL watches, but I know he's done other collaborations as well. I've saved one little piece of the plastic of the watch for this video, because I think it's satisfying removing it on video. And looking closer at this Spinnaker, the model is called Croft. I haven't seen and tried this watch before, but I think it is super nice. It is a little bit smaller than some of the other Spinnaker watches that I've tried. And that is something me and Chris, who is the dial artist, talked about last, that we both think that this 39mm case is the shit. Something Spinnaker always does really well is that they're so generous in their offering with stuff that comes with the watch. And this is something me as a watch nerd really love. You got a spring bar tool, as well as another strap. This is gonna be my favorite, I'm gonna show you it later. But under here, they've actually hidden something special for this specific watch. And this is a UV light, so we can actually check the lume and something spectacular in the dial a little bit later in this video. That was really a cool feature, hidden under the strap. I like to show you when I shorten the links. I have 16.5 centimeters wrist, and when I measured it up, I actually removed 3 links. And usually I remove more from the bottom index and less from the top. It went really smooth. The push sprints went out quite easily and feels stable, so it was not big of a hassle this time. And here's how it looks fitted to my wrist. Absolutely stunning. I love the Croft. I wanted to give you a little bit more deeper insights into this watch. I've said it's a 39mm case. The thickness is 14mm. Lug to lug we have 47. And that's the measures. It makes it really wearable. The strap is super smooth, and we have this diver's extension, which I think is always nice to have, even though it is in pressed steel. And you have these micro adjustments. They are crucial. You need to have something like this today to make it fit your wrist. The clasp is nice, and also I like this lock-in where the Spinnaker logo is. And the watch comes with a 2-year international warranty. We got the NH35 movement, which is super reliable and quite go-to automatic movement nowadays, I would say. But when I look at it, there's only one thing that I'm missing. I think I miss the logo or some text or something under the 12th index. That's the only thing I would kind of add to this watch if I would be the designer. Here comes my favorite look at the watch, when it's without the strap and it's the head only. Here you can really see the shape of it, and I just love to spin it around. Here you can properly see the back. What's cool is that Spinnaker and the dial artist, they kind of merged their logos onto the rotor. That is super cool. And here you can see the movement also. The rotor is running smooth, powering the movement. and you can see through here different parts of the movement. I don't know all the parts, but I'm trying to learn. It's quite interesting to actually understand how a movement works of a watch. But when you have the watch without the strap like this, you can really see the details. And I really like to look at the lugs because that gives the characteristics of how it wears. And you have it a mix of brushed and polished parts, which is nice because then it sparks, but it doesn't become too much. But this is how I worn it during the latest week that I tried the watch properly. On the silicone strap. I think this green little detail is just matching the overall concept of the watch really well as it becomes really comfortable on the wrist. When I got this watch, I felt like this is one of the ones that I really need to be able to try to get a close look at. So I bought some extra equipment for my camera and trying now to catch the dial properly. You can actually see the color splashes when you look really close, and that is nice. You can feel how hand-painted it is. And as well as the second hand, that is this little kind of brush. That is amazing. And also the loom. That one does not disappoint either. And here you can also see the texture of the dial, that it has this kind of carbon fiber vibe, as well as the bezel. With this said, we're about to wrap up this video. My favorite feature, yeah, obviously the dial, but also the bezel. You should really look closely at that, it's super cool. And the final footage of this video is the watch in real daylight. It is really nice. Please subscribe and let us know what you think about the work of the dial artist. Have you seen it before?